now, we're live. Yes, live from Jay's place. And we're talking
Barbershop Talk.
Yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Come on, everybody. We're here at Jay's place.
Barbershop.
We're talking barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Where nothing's off limits.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Everything's on the table.
Here live at Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Listen, another special edition, another great show we got in store for you tonight. But listen, I want you to get in contact with your friends, your co-workers, your neighbors, even your enemies. Tell them to tune in to Barbershop Talk Live. We're about to go live with a special edition with my good friend, Miss Liz Brown, talking about some stuff that you need to know about. Call us at 706-426-1533. That's 706-426-1533. But before we get into that conversation with our special guest tonight, we want to honor our sponsors. My good friend, Beverly's Body Butter, Demetrius Johnson, right here in Augusta, Georgia. She is whipped, scented shea butter. So I'm urging you, and especially you, give her a call at 706-564-5335. That's 706-564-5335. Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter. You got a TikTok. She has a TikTok. Hit her up on TikTok, which is Melon Queen 1976. Again, Beverly's Body Butter, all kind of flavors: mango, peach, coconut, island paradise, tropical paradise, and strawberry. Call her again at 706-564-5335. Again, that's with Senate Shea Butter, Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter. CSRA, Barbershop Talk Live World. Don't forget about my good friend, Alan Odom. Alan Odom is also right here in Augusta, Georgia, a company called Pond Maintenance. Specializes in a lot of different things. We just came out of a hurricane. I'm telling you, he's doing some other different things in the CSRA. He has tree removal, pond maintenance, demolition, also just cut your grass. Give him a call again at 706-294-8493. 706-294-8493. Pond maintenance. My good friend Alan Odom does it all. Cut down the trees, maintain your pond, give you a pond, and also demolition work. Again, my good friend Alan Odom. You will not be disappointed. The price is right. The service is great. Call him again at 706-294-8493. Pond maintenance. He's homegrown right here in Augusta, Georgia. Again, tell him John from Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live. Say, I'm looking for the deal. And he will give you a good deal and some great service. Again, Pond maintenance. CSRA, Barbershop Talk Live World. This coming Saturday, March the 29th, right here in Augusta, Georgia, Diamond Lake Community Center. What they have, they are giving away some items for you, and especially you. We are giving away mattresses, clothes, shoes, toiletry, Pampers, paper towels, deodorant, toothpaste, mouthwash. Diamond Lake Community Center this coming Saturday, March the 29th from 9 to 3. So I'm telling you, you better get there early. It's free. What you cost? It's free. What's the cost? It's free. How much is it? It's free. Diamond Lake Community Center, get again this coming Saturday from 9 to 3. Get there early. Bring a friend, bring a neighbor, and bring a truck. Barbershop Talk Live World. Again, I'm telling you to get out, and get you some stuff. It's all free. New shoes, new clothes, Pampers, dish detergent, mouthwash, whatever it is. Get there, get in line, and listen, you will not be disappointed in the items because they're new, free, good items. Again, Barbershop Talk Live World is urging you to do what we ask you to do. Get out, get the items for yourself and for your family. You would not be disappointed. Also, listen, this is something for everybody to take part in. Everybody to take part in April the 19th. April the 19th. What is April the 19th? If you ain't heard about it, shame on you. April the 19th is our annual 70s party. Augusta Common, we coming at you. We coming for you. It's going to be crazy. Barbershop Talk Live World again, April the 19th. Augusta Comet is going to be on fire. Troy Jackson, South Atlantic Band. Tony Howard and the Motowners. And we're going to highlight it. We're going to headline it. We're going to take the top off with the doggone original Lakeside Band. Yes, you heard me. The original Lakeside. Go be at Augusta Comet April the 19th. Get your tickets. Go to Eventbrite or stop by Jay's Place Barbershop right here at 1927 Olive Road. In the meantime, get your Afro wigs. Get your bell bottoms. Get your stacks. Let's have some funky good time. Listen, this is a party for a cause. A party for a cause. What's the cause? It's another HIV fundraiser for Angelic Community Resource and also HIV testing, awareness, and education. So listen, please, man, please, sir, do yourself some justice. Put on your afros, put on your wigs. Let's have some fun. Again, let's party for a cause. April the 19th, $35 for in advance tickets, $40 at the door. Let's have a good time. I already called the fire department. The place is going to be on fire, so get there, and get there. Again, April the 19th, Augusta Common Old School 70s Party. Looking forward to seeing you at the party. It's going to be crazy. Again, Barbershop Talk Live World, that's what we got for you. Govern yourselves accordingly. Let's have a good time. But in the meantime, you need to come to hear me talk. You didn't come to see me. You come to see our special guest for the night. My special guest tonight is none other than Miss Liz Brown. Miss Brown.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm good. We go way back.
Yes.
We go
yeah, I've been in Augusta like 21 years now. So.
And we go way back to 28.
Yeah.
Been knowing you before you got here. We've been knowing.
Absolutely. All the way from Waycross and Homeville, we connected.
Ooh, you coming back next week because you know all about them down south. You'll be back next week to cap it off. Man, what's going on?
I'm happy to be back. It's been a while, so I'm happy to see you still doing your thing.
I'm just having fun.
I'm proud of you. Yeah.
I'm having fun. You know when the lights and the cameras go on,
yeah,
you got to turn them off for me to shut up.
You forgot to say my favorite Beverly's body butter, though. The baby powder set.
Yeah. It's on back order.
It's on back order?
It's on back order.
Oh, okay. That's one of my favorites. After treatment, my skin got really dry, so she got me through the winter, so I got to give a shout out to her.
Well, she got
baby powder.
Another shipment coming in.
Yeah, great.
She got another shipment coming in.
Absolutely.
As again, Barbershop Talk Live World, we're going to have a conversation about something that you need to know about. We're here to talk about a few things that I believe will touch home life insurance.
Yes.
Your overall health.
Yes.
We're going to talk about some things that you need to know about. So I'm urging you, and especially you, call a friend, neighbors, co-workers, even your enemies that you can't stand, get them on the line. Let's give us a call to get into this conversation. It's 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. If you don't want to call us, put your question, put your comments on the screen. We'll make sure we answer any and all comments. No question is off limits. None. No matter what you ask, we'll make sure we answer all your questions that can pertain to what we're talking about tonight. Again, Barbershop Talk Live World again with my special guest, my longtime friend, Ms. Liz Brown. Good to see you.
Good to be seen. You know, back in the day in the church when they would say that it's good to be seen, now I better understand why.
You understand now. You understand what them old folk were talking about.
Yes,
What they say, keep on living.
Yeah, keep on living.
Keep
Glad
on living.
to be in the number one more time. Glad to be here to share about my newest endeavor, in addition to being a book author and a social worker and a life coach and all the things. I recently got licensed to be a life insurance agent.
Okay.
And so what brought it about was the main thing that we were going to talk about today.
Okay.
2023.
Wait a minute, Liz. Hold on, Liz. Hold on now. See, sometimes we be on Barbershop Talk Live, we just jump.
Okay.
We just jump. And the good part about Barbershop Talk Live, there's no format.
Okay.
There's no pre-rehearsed questions. Sometimes there's no subject.
Okay.
But the crazy part about it is there's a lot of people that just tune in watching Barbershop Talk Live right now, and they just want to know who is Liz Brown. So we got to go back.
Oh, we got to back up. Okay.
We got to back up. You don't mind we back up.
No.
This for the people.
Okay, this for the people.
Because the people want to know.
Anything for the people.
The people want to know.
Okay.
So tell the people, the Barbershop Talk Live world, who is Liz Brown?
I am a thriver. That's my new thing for 2025.
Okay.
I am a hardworking lady out here. I'm a mom of 3, a grandma of 1.
Okay.
I am a social worker. I am a career service advisor. I am a community advocate. I am a GYN, endometrial cancer survivor. I'm a book author. I am a planner, consultant. I'm a lot of things.
You got that many hats?
I do, simultaneously.
That many hats. Barbershop Talk Live World, I know you got some questions for this lady because she got so many hats that she can tell you about, so many different spirits she can lighten you on, so many things that you might not know she can give you the answers to. So Barbershop Talk Live World, again, get ready to get into this conversation because as you just found out, we're going to jump around.
Okay, no
We're
problem.
going to jump around. So call us at 706-426-1533. Remember, that is a live call-in line. You can talk to our guests or you can talk to myself, or you just want to make a comment or concerns or a question. We'd be glad to hear from you again. Barbershop Talk Live is always live each and every Wednesday, right here on Facebook and on YouTube. Ms. Brown, you good?
I am. You done got so fancy on me. Lights, camera, action. I'm just taking it all in. It's giving bad and bougie Barbershop Talk Live.
Well,
Okay?
it's the people want to know.
Yeah.
It's all about the people.
Yeah, it's all about the people.
It's all about the people. And,
Well, people, you should know, I came the first time. John had a cell phone on the stand, and DJ Will was back here. We was doing what we could do best we could. And it don't look like that no more. Y'all got to come see it.
Hey,
It's like, it's all fancy, the lights. I'm sweating up here. Like, I need a makeup artist.
Makeup artist.
Make sure I ain't sweating and giving off too many extra vibes.
Man, hey, that's
God is good.
God is good. God is good. Some people say you pay your tithes.
Yeah.
God will reward you in the light.
Pay your tithes, pay your offering if you want to be blessed.
Just trying to tell you. So I thank the people at Barbershop Talk Live World for entrusting us to give the people what they need.
Yes.
Give the people what they want. And that's one of the reasons why we're here, because again, some people see there's a need for what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
And there are so many people that get into this hot seat, and they have so much to offer for the community, so much to offer for just a generation to come. And we want to make sure that the people get what they need to get, hear what they need to hear, and take advantage of the opportunities and some of the advice that the guests bring on, such as yourself. Now, you told us earlier that you're from a big little town called Homerville, Georgia.
Yes, Clinch County.
Clinch County, Barbershop Talk Live World again. Clinch County.
Homerville?
Homerville.
Homerville. That's a real city.
That's Georgia.
Yeah, South Georgia.
That's South Georgia. And you know my people in Ware County, they watching.
Yeah.
They watching. So
Hey, Ware
yeah,
County.
talk to
you
the,
know, Clinch County.
talk to the people.
Clinch County Memorial, baby.
Yeah, there you go. Look here, we neighbors. We neighbors and might be cousins. So you know.
We might be.
The people down south, they can connect.
Absolutely.
So-
Somebody should be commenting right now.
Right.
Shout out to Homerville.
They can connect.
Shout out to Clinch County, Ware County.
And if you don't know about the South Georgia Gnats, these Gnats up in Augusta, they not even nothing compared to the South Georgia Gnats. So we just gonna let them have it.
Well, we got to give them a parameter. So a lot of people may know about Waycross because y'all got like big colleges and a
All that.
Walmart and stuff,
Right,
you
yeah.
know. And then a lot of people know about Valdosta because
Right.
they got a Walmart and a
All
college
that.
and stuff.
Right.
Okay, in the middle,
Right.
there is Homerville.
There's
So we make
Homerville.
the full sandwich. So on your way from Waycross through Valdosta, you got to pass through Homerville.
You got to go through there.
And,
They got to,
and we got signs and stuff now.
Oh.
So yeah, you can see Homerville,
I had
6 mile radius.
Listen,
Yes,
I
sir.
had a guy on the show last week, and we were talking about some old school growing up, how we used to get the whoopings and all that kind of stuff, right? And these guys never got a whooping in the bathtub. They never got a whooping.
Then we say, you
How
don't know
these guys-
nothing about that.
they
They
don't know
don't know nothing about that.
How you not got a whooping in the bathtub growing up?
Now my mom was pretty mellow. She didn't do a lot of whipping. So yeah, she actually was born in Sacramento, and then our family's from Homerville. So she be acting like she bougie
yeah.
because she was born in Sacramento.
Well, you take it to 130. If she'd have came in 134 Baylor Heights, you getting a whooping in the bathtub.
All right.
Mandatory. Birthdays, whatever you gonna get it. Barbershop Talk Live World, you know about the whooping in the bathtub, don't you?
They call that abuse.
That was abuse back then, but you know, some people say, hey, that's what they did.
Aw, hey Corey, people are logging in.
Look
Hey
at that.
Jamie.
Hey, Miss Barbie. Hey, look at those folks. Look, Barbershop Talk Live again. Keep watching Barbershop. Corey Brown, Jamie Barbie. Listen. If you need a house, if you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to stay. Jamie Barbie, that's your real estate homegirl.
Okay.
That's your real estate homegirl.
All right.
If you need a rental house, a barn, a farm, she will sell it to you.
All right.
Contact Miss Jamie Barber again. That's your real estate homegirl, Miss Jamie Barber, right here in Augusta, Georgia. She will find it for you and get it to you.
All right. Sounds
That's
good.
a free promo.
I see that. So I got to give a free promo out to
That's a
Corey
free
Brown.
promo.
So if you're looking for like consulting, planning, digital, Corey Brown, EST 1441,
Okay.
hit her up, send her an inbox message,
Okay.
all the likes. She does planning. She is my rock and shield, the best business partner I've ever had.
Okay.
And she just don't happen to come out of me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where she get it from.
Well, hey, well, listen, let's plug everybody. Support each other. Everybody get one big plug. Support all your black businesses. Support everybody from the big to the small. Again, Barbershop Talk Live is always here for your people.
Yeah.
But listen,
Ro, we can't leave him out.
Ro, I see you, baby. Your haircut next. Next week, get your haircut, Ro. Haircut next week on you. Barbershop Talk Live is always live. So let's get into this conversation, as Ms. Brown. You are here on Barbershop Talk Live for a few different reasons, and you know, let's start off with the book.
Okay.
Right? Now, we were talking about earlier the She-Red's journey.
Right.
Now, for the people at Barbershop Talk Live world that don't know what in the world is a She-Red's journey is, tell us about the She-Red's journey.
So the She-Red's journey officially launched in 2016.
Okay.
Since I was probably in 6th grade, I had this vision of one day becoming a journalist. I wanted to publish books, be an author. Over the years, I thought about doing different type of books, you know, devotionals. But it wasn't until 2016 that I actually penned, and on the 7th day she rests, and it is the first of a 7-book series that I've been working on. And so the vision was always 7 books will be done. There's 6 characters in the book, and the reader is the 7th character. And so just working in social services in different genres, from mental health to psychiatry and behavioral health to unemployment to, you know, substance abuse, I tried to create characters that people from all walks of life could relate to, because life doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter your ethnicity, your gender, your financial background, life happens. And so the book really is an icebreaker to really start having what we have deemed as stigmatic and taboo conversations that a lot of people are uncomfortable having, but they're difficult conversations that need to be had. So in 2016, the first book was published. In 2019, the first character, Theophilia, she got a sequel. So each character will get a sequel explaining what happens next in their life. So every time I do a book reading or a book, I always say the 7th character is you, and then I can't go too fast because then...
You don't want to give too much away.
Yeah. Okay. The 7th character is you. I always reference the reader, but in recent years, the 7th character definitely became me and the life journey that I became, you know, that I got on.
So we're assuming these are black characters with that name,
No. The characters do have symbolic names, but like Theophilia means a lover of God.
Okay.
So the characters they don't have no color. See, that's the thing.
Okay.
If you read the characters, the things that they go through, people from all walks of life go through.
Can relate.
So you can't out-educate life. You can't outspin life. You can't outrun life. Life is going to happen. And it happens to everybody. And I think sometimes we get into these silos and we believe it's only happening to us. And then when you read something from a stranger, it's like, okay, so how does she know my business? It's kind of like hearing a good sermon and you feel that conviction. Like, he talking about me. No, it's creative writing.
You can relate.
And I've worked almost 30 years in public service that a lot of things that happen, there's nothing new under the sun, and it's not just you. No matter how you may feel in that moment, it's not just you. So.
Okay. Yeah. Barbershop Talk, I'm telling you, this is going to be a great conversation. I can feel it does for it, because right now we are talking to a world-renowned author, right here our midst. Barbershop Talk Live has been able to bring these people into the Barbershop Talk Live hot seat to let you know their innermost thoughts, their ideas, their opinions. So I urge you to keep watching Barbershop Talk Live, because you never know, maybe you will be our next guest. You never know. You never know. So Ms. Brown, let me ask you this question now. When we're talking about the She-Red's journey, this book, as you said, is a reflection of what you've been through over the years.
No, not just me. It could be anybody. I think that the genre, with it being all women, so women and men both alike have read the book and they can relate. And a lot of times we get so busy being busy that we don't really take a moment to reflect on why we're doing what we're doing. And that's how the characters, it's like a third-party vision of we're in their head and we're reading about what they're thinking. Like, I'm doing this, and that. Why am I doing this? How did I get in this situation? This was not the original plan. And all of them aren't necessarily very bad as much as it wasn't the initial plan. And they found themselves off track. So how many times have you started a project and then you start doing all this stuff? They may have blown up and was going really good, but that wasn't the original vision. And then you've lost the purpose of why you're doing what you're doing. And then it's not as effective because you veered away from the original mission and vision.
So the book basically is talking about me too.
Maybe, yep.
Yeah.
I've had husbands like, Miss Brown, I took my wife book, and I read it, and they really enjoyed it. So, I mean, I always say the book is for a woman or someone who knows a woman. So, like, who doesn't know a woman?
Yeah.
A man is born of a woman. So,
Okay, you got me in the book.
Yeah.
I appreciate you putting me in the book.
Yeah.
Because some of that stuff, what I do.
Yeah.
I don't intentionally forget.
Yeah.
But I just forget.
The best of intentions. Like
Yeah,
I said, you find yourself in situations and relationships and employment opportunities like, how did I end up here this long? This is supposed to be a transitional job, and I've been here 10 years now, Same
thing.
So a lot of things happen that we find ourselves in, and we just didn't intend to get there.
So for the people that's watching Barbershop Talk Live now, and they just hearing this for the first time, how can they get a copy of the book?
The books, if you're in the greater CSRA area, I have books in inventory. I can meet you somewhere and get you a signed copy, or I can sign a copy and ship it to you. You can inbox me, or you can go online. You can get it on Amazon. We're on 80 different funnels, so you can go Books A Million, Amazon. We're all over the place. Book 1 and Book 2 is available, and Book 1 is also available electronic. So if you're an e-reader, you can get an electronic copy as well.
Okay. Also, CSRA, if you get a chance to stop by Jay's Place Barbershop, we're going to have some books tomorrow night out at the backyard by the grill. We're going to be having hot dogs, chicken wings, and some fries. So stop by, get your book, and get your plate. Barbershop Talk Live is always here for you.
Hey, Beverly, representing ATL.
Hey, there you go. You never know, right? So listen, when you're talking about the book, again, is this the second series of it?
We're on book 3 now. I actually have like 3 books in draft. So I always said if I don't finish the series, either my daughter or my granddaughter will finish the books. So, yeah, they'll get done. It's going to be 7 books. The 7 chapters in each book. The 7 is a number of completion.
Okay.
And so the rest is figurative and literal. Sometimes you need to be still. You go through a season of stop doing all the things that you're doing. And then sometimes it's more figurative and putting things to rest. Like the things that I used to do, I don't do anymore. Right. So you're laying those things to rest. So I'm very proud of the journey thus far. It didn't go as quickly as I thought it was going to go, because I thought I was going to do a book a year. Right. But like we say, life don't happen the way we planned.
Life happens.
We're on book 2. We're going to celebrate 10 years next year. But
okay.
There's still a lot of people who haven't read book 1, so I'm okay with that. So,
okay.
If you have not joined the journey, you can go to my author Elizabeth Hope Brown page, or you can go to EST 1441, spell out 1441, and get books there. Or like I said, you can inbox me or get books. So there's still plenty of readers out there that haven't read it, so I'm not discouraged.
What is the hard thing about being an author? Because
people asking when you gonna write the next book.
Okay. Because when you hear about somebody being an author, first you just got to get into that it's a different mindset.
Yes.
To get yourself in and put yourself in somebody else's shoes and put it all on paper. So being an author is I'm assuming it's just not an easy job to do.
It's not as easy as some people think. If you value your work and you have a quality about your work, now there are some gifted people who put out like 30, 40 books. I don't know how they do it. I'm real particular, and like most of us, I really judge myself, accordingly. So I was particular about what I wanted to put out there and the language and how it was going to flow. So I was very intentional about the material that needed to go out, and then the purpose of, is this going to help? Is this going to make a difference? Can people take something away from it? I always say they're rainy day specials. They're small enough that you can read it, but it's heavy enough that you're going to take something from it, and it's going to make you think. So it's difficult too. Initially, I wanted to do a book, and I was just going to do like bios of family members, because we've been through so much, and I'm like, if I could pick a mama, a sister, a cousin, and we just do one chapter about our own life, we got a bestseller. Right. But then it was like, I don't want to tell my business. I'm writing about me. Right. That made it more difficult, because then when I was making up stuff, I had to be careful that they didn't think I was
talking about them,
de-identifying them, So then I was just like, Lord, just give me what I need, because I can't try to filter all of that. I'm just gonna write it as it comes.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, me as a book reader, you got to get my attention in the first few chapters or first few pages. Well, I mean, that's Barbershop Talk Live World. I'm a comic book freak, guru, got to have it. So if Superman ain't saving the world in the first few minutes, you don't lost me. you don't lost me. So I mean, when I read a book or look at a movie, you got to get my attention. So that being said, if you being an author, how did you get the people's attention to continue reading those books?
Well, I was told the first book I come out swinging. So I'm pretty transparent in the dialogue in the book. So people's like, whoa, that was heavy, Okay. So if you read, all I can say is you got to read it and see but it's pretty engaging. And most people that start it, they tend to finish it, and they get through quite a bit of it. Like I said, they tell you a good standard reader, you write it at the 8th grade level. You're not offending people with collegiate degrees, but it's not so difficult, that someone who's not educated can't read it, but it's still engaging. Right, very reader friendly, everyday language. I thought so. There's one character I got to give a shout out to my co-author, my daughter. She had to help me because there's a teenager in there. At the time, EST 1441 is actually the age that we were when we published the books. And so I called myself creating a teenage character, and I thought I had the slang down and the lingo. And my daughter's like, "Why is she talking like that?"
Right. What's going on?
What's wrong with her? And I said, "I thought she sounded cool." She's like, "No, ma'am." And so she really drafted the whole chapter and edited it. So that's how I had to give her change and her credit in the book as she became the co-author of the character. Yeah. So Claire is a teenage girl, and my daughter pretty much co-authored that whole chapter to make her sound more in real time. Now that was 6 years ago, so she might do another one. But Claire will probably be the next one that comes out. Her and Afia. So
anybody that wants to be an author, what would you tell them to do to prepare for this author world that you were embarking upon?
Yeah, I would tell them to go to our website at est1441.com and book a consultation. And I can give them that information. My daughter's going to be very proud of me for that because you asked me to give out free information. How did I do, Bookie?
And remember now, I'm good. I'm good, Ms. Brown. The people want to know. The people want to know, and you got to get it to people. They just want to know.
I'm very open to being more helpful. I'm a social worker at heart. I'm a Christian, so I don't mind helping people do anything. But I have to tone it down, and just for my own self-health and barriers, I got to slow down and stop giving away so much. But I'm very happy to do a consultation, and the first consultation is free. And there's some very easy steps and discipline. If you want to do it, it can be done. A lot of times we just need that coaching. Yeah, I'm a certified master life coach. You just need me to coach you through it. I can. I just coach you make me jump again. I'm about to say I just coached my first team member into getting his license today. So yeah.
All right, Barbershop Talk Live again. Give us a call, 706-426-1533. This is a conversation I need you to get in contact with. I need you to walk this information down, get your questions answered. 706-426-1533. There's a live call-in number. Ask my guest a question, or you can also ask myself a question. You don't want to call us? Put your comments or your questions or your concerns on the screen. We'll make sure we answer all comments, concerns, and questions. Ms. Brown, what I have learned about you over the many, many years that I've known you, definitely I'm lucky because you're from South Georgia. That's a
automatic connection.
Already connection. Got dog with the Nats and you know we're known for the fried bologna. You know about
the hole in the middle.
You know about the fried bologna, so we ain't got to tell the people about that. They up on that.
Already know. They already know.
So we can't bore them with that. But one thing I like about you is your energy, your tenacity, your get it done without an excuses type attitude. So when you deal with a person like that, you know you're gonna get the job will get done, the task will get taken care of. So I like that about you. And when you look at it as a person like this Barbershop Talk Live world, what can you tell a person that don't have that get up and go? Because sometimes people have that like you say, trying to find an author to get into these different jobs and different careers, and they just feel they can't make it, they can't do it. And you being the energizer as a bunny as you are, what can you tell a person that's watching Barbershop Talk Live just trying to find themselves?
I would definitely say surround yourself with persons that have the energy that you desire. You want to glean from good company, intellectually, physically. I believe spiritual transference. So if you're around a bunch of Debbie Downers, you're going to transfer that Debbie Downer spirit. If you're around a bunch of optimistic people that are being productive and achieving goals, that's the company you want to be in. So I had a season recently where I wasn't the energizing bunny. So I had to surround myself around people that were still moving and shaking and motivating me to keep it moving. My daughter through the process kept saying, "You got to swim, Bookie," because I'm like, "I'm tired, boo. I just can't move." And she was my energizer bunny. But she watched me be that bunny for so many other people. So I think just naturally it being in her, it transferred over. And it was time for her to activate.
So basically what you said you was doing and didn't know you was doing it, you was influencing her at an early age, and when the roles got reversed, now she's influencing you.
Absolutely. I think the biggest blessing for me the last 2 years is really seeing the fruit of my labor, between all three of my children. As a parent, you wonder how well you've done. Did you teach them certain things? Would they be able to make it in life if something was to happen to you? But in real time, I was able to see, God, you did pretty good. You know, you have 3 educated young people. All 3 of them are college graduates. They all live in their own homes, pay their own bills. I don't pay nobody else's Georgia Power bill, you know. So I supplement where I want to. So now I can have, you know, I give them stuff because I want to, not because they need me to, you know. So I just really got to see in real time that they okay. And the same God that carried me, carry them. And, you know, they're going to do some things and learn some things and stray and try their way. But they have a foundation that I've gotten to see in real time that really is in there. So.
You saw the fruits of your labor.
I definitely got to see the fruits of my labor. And every day, you know, my oldest is a father now. And I get to see him be a parent. And, you know, I be trying to, in the beginning, I try to infuse myself. And he's like, Mom, I got this. Like, it was labor and delivery. And he was like, Mom,
I'm good.
Yeah, I got this. He coached his girlfriend through the process. And I was like, okay, grown man, let me sit back and lay on the couch.
Let him do it.
So,
let him do it.
So it was really a proud mom moment because I really saw that manhood, you know, come out of him and say, this is my family, I got it. So.
And you know, it's so funny we say that because years ago, I always prayed the same prayer. I'll get in my little secret closet, and I used to ask God, I said, let me live to see the day when my kids have kids. And I live to see the day when my kids have kids. I'm granddaddy now. Love those kids to death. I do anything in the world for them, and even to my own kids, you know, I see that. And they made me and my wife proud. You know, no crazy stuff, no none of these going to courts and going to jail and all this stuff. So you look at, like you say, what you've done with these kids growing up, you see it brought it back to you.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, make it think.
You know, my mom, she said that when we were growing up, like she prayed to see us grown, and then she had her first grandchild, and then now she prayed for the great-grandkids. So now I'm switching up my prayers to okay, I see my first grandbaby. I got some more grandbabies coming. Now keep me from a great-grands, you know. But it's good to be able to measure and to see, you know, those things in life that you're working toward, and be able to pause and celebrate those milestones and say, you know.
And you got to take care of your own self too to be able to stay around to see that.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
You know, so I definitely understand because again, time goes so fast.
Yeah, my oldest turning 30, and before I had him, my mom used to say, when you eat, your whole family eat. And now they're all grown and older, and I'm back to when I eat, my whole family eat.
Right.
So I just get to take care of me now. Kind of excited.
Look how I come back around like that.
Trying to figure out.
I'm
trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing.
Now what you gonna do? you don't raise them up. Now you do you now.
Yeah, best I can. I'm getting better at it.
Okay, keep on doing what you're doing. Barbershop Talk Live. Again, I'm having a great conversation thus far. We're just getting to know each other. We're just filling each other out. So I want you to just get to know us again. You got a question, you got a comment, you got a concern, please, ma'am, call us 706-426-1533. Or you don't want to call, put your question or your concerns on the screen. We answer all those questions, all those concerns. My good friend, Ms. Liz Brown, here to give you some good information, what she needs you to know about life insurance. And also, she got a book. She's a well-known best-selling author right here in Augusta, Georgia. She rests the journey. So I'm watching you. Watch us in a few minutes. But listen, can we take a commercial break?
Absolutely.
Can I pay a bill?
Please do.
Do you mind if I pay a bill?
And keep all these lights on.
Look, these lights don't run off air. So Barbershop Talk Live, we got to pay these bills. So what we're going to do, Barbershop Talk Live World, I want you to look at the screen. We're going to come up with a good video that you need to be aware of. My good friend Edward Wright, right here in Augusta, Georgia. But this part of the commercial is brought to you by Augusta Housing and Community Development right here in Augusta, Georgia. Again, that's Augusta Housing and Community Development right here in Augusta, Georgia. You're looking for a place to live, looking for a place to stay, go down and talk to my good friend LaShondra Corley. She's waiting on you. Barbershop Talk Live World says, come see me. You need a place to stay. She got a place you can need some information. She got the information for you again. Also, my good friend Edward Wright, Right One and Wellness right here in Augusta, Georgia. We will be back in 2 minutes.
Hello and welcome. Here at the Right Bodywork and Wellness, we provide you with bodywork you can rely on to increase body improvement. WBW provides free consultations to better understand the reasoning for your visit. When a client experiences a WBW massage, they can expect it to be thorough and thought through. The massage is customized to each session. Muscles are handled with care, specifically and individually stretched. Creating a wellness vision to sustain a space of personal comfort, relaxation, and a state of well-being for clients that may endure. with over a dozen different modalities to fit your needs so we can ensure a quality and well-addressed service. We provide excellent services to athletes and clients of all ages in need. If interested, call or visit the website to schedule your appointment today.
Barbershop Talk Live. We're back live here at Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Barbershop Talk is always live. That was my good friend, Everett Wright, Wellness, Body Work, and Wellness. Again, my good friend, if you had a chance to get in contact with him, call him up. Tell you about massage therapy, muscle relaxation, everything you need to know about your body, make your body to the ultimate health that it needs to be again. My good friend, Everett Wright, right here in Augusta, Georgia. Remember, that was brought to you by Augusta Housing and Community Development Program, also right here in Augusta, Georgia. My good friend, Melissa Chandra Corley. Call her up. You're looking for a place to stay. She's waiting on you now. Barbershop Talk Live is always live by my good friend, Miss Liz Brown. You doing good?
I'm doing wonderful.
I'm telling you, I'm having a good conversation thus far. I'm enjoying myself. But Miss Brown, listen now, we told the people that earlier in the early part of the segment, we had just get a chance just to get to know each other.
Okay.
See what was going on with you, with me,
Okay.
you know, my fried bologna people back home, all that kind of stuff. So we good.
We good.
We good.
I think we did a good housekeeping
Yeah.
intro. Yeah.
It was good. But now, you know, Barbershop Talk Live, we got some people that just joined on, just logged on, and they want to know who you are and what you're here for. Now, I'm going to let the people know. I'm going to give them a little intro while you're here. Okay. Sometimes we have some unforeseen things happen in our lives.
Absolutely.
We have some unforeseen things that happen in our family lives. Sometimes we just can't help what's going to happen. And what I'm referring to is death. Death. And you are here to tell us about the life insurance of those ones that went on and passed on. So sometimes we're not prepared for it. But you're here to let us know about the insurance, how the insurance work, what's going on with the insurance policies and all that. Now, remember, Ms. Brown, I'm good. I don't need to know nothing about it because I'm good. But the people of Barbershop Talk Live World, they want to know. So you just give us a little snippet of the life insurance, what's going on, how it works, and what's the benefits of it.
Wait, hold 1 second.
We got a question?
Nah. Your daughter on here, though.
Oh.
You see what she said?
What'd she say?
That's our.
She put the information to get that published.
There you go. Barbershop Talk
she
Live World.
switched up.
There you go.
That has popped up twice.
She's promoting.
Right.
She's
Like
promoting.
I said, that is the best my illustrious business partner ever. So that's how you look up EST 1441.
There you
For
go.
those of you that were searching. And also the link to go to our website. So thank you so much, Corey,
There you go.
for getting our plug in there. Shameless shout out. Yeah. So you just, you saw me sit up in my seat because that is the main reason why I'm here to share.
Yes.
You triggered something and I'm going to debunk what you just said. Life
Okay.
insurance is not just about death.
Okay.
And a lot of
Okay.
us in our communities, we think that that's what life insurance is for. We're not trying to buy policies for our families to get rich when we die. Insurance companies just trying to scam us out of our money.
Right.
That's not what I'm here for.
Okay.
I'm here to debunk all of that because in 2023, no, let me back up. In 2019, someone approached me about a business endeavor that I did not open. I did not read. I didn't look at it. We had been trying to coordinate a Zoom. It just didn't happen. And then 2023, I was diagnosed with endometrial cancer.
Okay.
And the last 2 years of me going through treatment, I went through a lot of different financial struggles. Okay. And a lot of those financial struggles could have been alleviated if I knew about life insurance policies that also had living benefits. So we know about life insurance and when you die and
Right.
you need to pay out to pay for the funeral.
Right.
But a lot of us don't know about life insurance policies that have living benefits so that if you have a long-term illness, you actually have cash value on those policies to where you can take a loan from that policy and use it for your living expenses. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I depleted. Remember when we did the VAT project?
I remember the fact.
And we made that money, got those contracts. Well, I was really efficient, and I conserved nearly $20,000 of that money. Guess how much of that money I have left? Zero.
20,000.
No.
Oh.
Because the time that I was sick, I learned that Georgia is one of 10 states in the United States that opt to not take federal funds for Medicaid. My contract ended in May 31st of 2023. They gave me a severance of 3 months from my insurance, not knowing I was going to be diagnosed with cancer. So mid-treatment, I had a lapse of insurance coverage. I did not qualify for Medicaid because I was not 62. I did not have any minor children, and I wasn't legally disabled. And I was in the middle of getting chemo. And so then I had to try to find a way to pay for my treatment, because when I called to get what they call healthcare.gov, I had to pay $321 a month plus $89 a month for dental. That was supposed to be the affordable healthcare because I was no longer working. And then it wouldn't kick in until October the 1st because I called on September the 2nd. Yeah.
Timing is everything.
Timing is everything. So during that time, I was off work longer than I thought. Once I had surgery and they said that they got it out, but it was at stage 3B. If you know anything about cancer, stage 4 is you're getting terminal and it probably has spread. Right. At 3B now, we suggested you do chemo. And we did, you know, what they call it, like, really right now. If you don't do it now, you're going to be back. And you might be terminal, like, you're going to die. I did chemo for 7 months, and then I did a clinical trial for a year. Okay. And so nearly 2 years later, I still had to live. You know, I couldn't walk. I had neuropathy in my feet. My nasal was off. I couldn't smell. I had no taste. The steroids had me at nearly 300 pounds. I've lost 30 pounds in the past year just from treatment. But there was so much more that went into it that one of the things I did not have to deal with financially was trying to figure out how was I going to keep the lights on and a place to stay during that time. Had I opened that mail, it turned out to be a company that was selling whole life policies. In 2019, that had living benefits. And then my close friend from Sacramento, her husband and daughter, they were actually doing it. And I saw a couple things online, and then the daughter turned out to be an oncology nurse. And she was talking about how she had went through a divorce, and she found out about, she had a job that she was at for like 11 years, and there was a policy that had became inactive because she was no longer working there. And she rolled it over into an annuity. So that was another thing I learned, becoming a life insurance agent. So I've gone back in the past week and called every job I had since 1997 to see, first of all, if I had any retirement pension plans that was sitting there inactive, not drawing any interest, and who was the beneficiary. Very important. 25 years ago, I was married. So I had like a life insurance policy at a credit union in Sacramento. My beneficiary was my former spouse, you know, stuff like that we don't think about. I had a policy that had been paid into for nearly 4 years, was no longer active, and now it's sitting there. They told me if I pulled it out, I would get taxed 10% from the feds, 5% from the state, and a 10% penalty, triple tax to pull the money out. But it's just sitting there dormant. So, or I could roll it over into a qualifying policy, like an annuity. So now these are the things, when you talk about life insurance, you're not just talking about somebody dying. You talk about your retirement plans, your pensions that have enacted, money that's sitting out there. And the big thing I learned from that one policy was it was sitting there. It's several $1,000s there. They said there was no beneficiary. Do you know what happens when you have a life insurance policy or retirement plan with no beneficiary listed?
Goes to the state?
It goes to your estate. And so if you pass away, if you owe the IRS, child support, student loans, whatever, they're going to take that money first and then pay it out, you know, to your family members who's your next of kin. If you list a beneficiary in an insurance policy, they'll get whatever the death benefit is tax-free.
Now watch this in there, Ms. Brown, and Barbershop Talk Live. This is the part I want you to get a chance to really listen to, jot down some notes, record this conversation, whatever you need to do to pay attention to what was going on. Because right now we're finna get into some things that I really want you to know about, because as you know, I already know. The people want to know. Right. So we want to get you to understand about these life insurance policies, how they work for you, how they work for your family, and also for your generation. So I got a question that I want to make sure I asked it the right way. So by me being so busy that I write these stuff down, I have to write down my notes because I will forget. All right. And if you don't mind, I'll show you what I wrote down. I wrote these things down to see what's going on.
I know you're very efficient.
Yeah, so I got it right. Mind be everywhere. So here's, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go to question 2.
Okay.
Question 2, so simple that I had to make sure I write it down. Okay. Question 2 telling me is, you talk about the beneficiaries, what, Ms. Brown, is an irrevocable beneficiary?
That's like, you can't change it once the policy is set.
Okay.
If you have a policy that's irrevocable, that means you can't change it. You can't turn it around, like
Okay.
revoke, irrevocable. If it's revocable, you can change your beneficiary at any time in life. If it's irrevocable, you can't change it without that beneficiary's permission.
Now, what would make a person want to change it anyway? If you know,
People get divorced, people fall out, get with family members.
Okay.
Maybe that person, I don't know. I mean, just life happens. A lot of times people remarry. I mean, different relationships change over time.
Okay.
For whatever reason, you want to leave yourself that option to be able to change it as
So
the
really,
owner of the policy to change it, unless you become in a place where you're not able to make those kind of decisions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, also, if you don't mind, I'm going to go to question 5. Just like as I say, we jump around.
Okay.
The ROP policy.
Now, I'm not as familiar with that. It's one of the IRA policies.
No, it's kind of like a life insurance policy where it's ROP is more of a.
But somebody put that in the comments, because I'm going to make sure that I go back in the comments and answer that
There
question.
you go, Barbershop Talk Live. Again, this is the conversation I want you to get in contact with, get involved with. Check on the policy. It was ROP. That's part of the life insurance policy again. So while the person that's watching is going to look up to that, we're going to just go to the next question.
Yeah.
Can we go to the next question? And that'll give everybody a chance
But
to
let's make sure we talk about term, too.
term. Yes, because again, that's question 10. You made me go to question 10.
Okay.
When you're talking about the term and the whole, what is the difference between the term and the whole life policy?
Okay, so a term life policy is good for death benefits, and it does not accrue cash value. So the difference is, it's good to have. It's better to have it than to not have it.
That's the term.
The term life policy.
Okay.
But when that policy is up, it's not worth anything. You put an investment into the premium, and once it's done, it's done. There's no money out. And if you outlive the policy, which is what has happened a lot of times, then it's like a blank investment. You get nothing on your return. A whole life policy, as you're contributing into the policy, is accruing cash value over time. So that's where you can borrow from the policy. You can use it not only for long-term illness, but for some of them are for like education, for mortgages. You know, you want to buy your first home, you can utilize that money for that. And most of the time, people don't pay the loan back. It will accrue interest, but it'll just decrease the death benefit value. Yeah. So instead, I say if nothing else happened when I was diagnosed with cancer, my kids, instead of getting $200,000, they get $180,000. And if you can't, you can't bury me up that, I don't know what to tell you. You know,
Hey.
With a term life policy, I say it like this: educators, a lot of times, they work the 30-year term in education, and a lot of times the package may include a 30-year term life policy. And then if you start teaching when you're 22, and then you retire at 52, what happens? 22 and 52, the difference is 30 years, right? So what happens to that term life policy when they retire?
They probably go out.
It expired because you done outlived the policy. So we hope that you live, to 52. And then now you're trying to get a new policy at 52. Your premium is higher. And if you got any medical conditions, you may or may not. Like me, I can't get a policy right now. I have to wait 5 years before I can get a policy because I've already been diagnosed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I always say my ideal customers or clients would be someone 25 to 39 because at that point they're pretty stable. They understand paying bills. That way the premium's not going to lax because you don't want to get the policy and then not keep the policy. So you understand this is a lifelong bill, like keeping the place to stay or keeping your cell phone on, whatever your priorities are. But once you get that policy, you want to lock it in. Now, some policies, like term policies, if you just can't afford a whole life, you want to make sure it's convertible, meaning that at each annual upload, you can convert it into a whole life policy, and you don't have to do a medical.
Okay.
So if you get a term life policy, you keep it, 10, 20 years, and then you found out you were sick or had something in between that time, and you want to convert it over, you don't have to get the medical background versus somebody else like me. When they run that pharmacy and figure out what I may have been diagnosed with, it's going to get denied.
So what is a universal life?
Universal life is another index. That's the IULs a lot of people are getting now. That's the big boy. That's the Rolls Royce.
That's what you want.
The rule of thumb that I've learned recently becoming licensed is if you get an IUL and if you can at least put a 0 behind your name, your age, and pay that much a month, you're probably not going to generate value in that policy, and you may start losing money. So if you're 23 and you get an IUL, you can pay $230, you're going to accrue a lot of value in that IUL. If you are 50 plus, you need to be paying $500. And we just got a new carrier that basically said if they're not making at least $200,000 a year and paying at least $500 a month, we don't even do the application. That's how exclusive they are.
So the IULs is kind of based on your age almost.
No, it's not based on your age. In the state of Georgia, you can buy a policy at 15. I mean, you can get a policy, you can get a $25, $50 IUL. It's just not gonna grow. I mean, it's not gonna help you. And then later on, you're not gonna be able to afford to keep it up, and you're gonna start losing money.
Cause I hear about the IULs all the time.
That's the big deal now. Yeah. That's the Rolls Royce of the insurance policies, what they say. If you can get somebody to get an IUL, ideally you could do it $100, $200, $300. That's like it's probably a smart UL, what they want you to try to get instead. Right. But if they can do $400 or $500 plus, yeah, that's the IUL that's gonna really put you in the $1 million club.
Mm-hmm. Barbershop Talk Live again. I want you to get into this conversation. Call us at 706-426-1533. This is information that we want you to understand about the life insurance policies, what's the benefits of it, and then what happens if you don't have it. So I urge you to get into this conversation. You don't want to call us, put the question or comment on the screen at 706-426-1533. This is a conversation. I urge you to call a friend, call your neighbor, call your church members, call your enemies. They need to be insured also. So Barbershop Talk Live World, again, it's not for us. The people want to know. Right. The people want to know. So Ms. Brown, again, when you talk about the policies of a person just outliving the policy, so in other words, let's say a person that just turned 90 years old.
Okay, that's another good question. Okay, so outliving, whole life, that's another thing. A lot of policies that end like in 71, whole life will take you to 101.
101. Mm-hmm. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 101. And there's some policies that you can get by the time you're 72. If you don't pull it out, you're going to start losing money again. So one of our carriers was sharing about his father passed away 10 years ago, and his mom was left as the beneficiary. And then he's been taking her to different banks and stuff, having to take that money out because those policies have capped out. And now they have to, if they don't surrender it early and they keep it for the life of the policy, most of them, especially like term, you'll live longer than the 30 years on the policy, or they'll stop you at like 72, I believe. I'm newly licensed a couple months here, but I've been learning a lot, and I'm excited because I love this kind of stuff. But whole life will take you all the way to 101. If you live to be 102, because I had a mother in the church that lived to be, I think, 106. So you can still outlive a whole life policy too, but you're going to have to cash it out. And just imagine if you get a policy at 30 and live to be 100 and what? And the gate, let me say this, let me give you the stats. So the average life insurance agent the typical life insurance agent is a 59-year-old white man. Okay. Black agent. Life insurance agent is a 59-year-old white male. And a lot of people tell that story, especially Homerville and Waycross, about how the life insurance man used to come to the house and pick up their premium and stuff, get their check. So now they're changing a lot of things because now we're up to about 9% black and brown and women that become agents. Now, 9% of 100 is not a lot. But as we start learning the game, what they start doing? Changing the game. So one of the carriers, they just gave us a notice saying that as of May 31st, they're going to stop doing life insurance policy and just go totally annuity because they can get more capital gain on that. So shout out to y'all. Annuities is a thing now. So annuities, I know somebody that had annuity, they said, I lost all this money, it's not worth it. Mm-hmm. But the thing that they say, and I believe it, and I'm finna roll over that one policy that I found into an annuity because you never lose your principal. So if I put $8,000 in that annuity and it grows to 10, it grows to 12, it grows to $20,000, and then the market crash, I'm never gonna lose that $8,000. Now I may lose the money in between $8,000 and $20,000, but I won't lose that $8,000. So it's like a guarantee you never lose because you never lose your principal. Now I might hurt if you see it get up to $50,000, and then with the way the market and the economy going down, then it drops down and you lose it. But you never lose your principal on what you put in. So.
Now watch this here. Now you made me think about something. Every time we go to church and I go to church, I hear the pastor talking about these points. Mm-hmm. They bring out these points, and these points sometimes begin with a letter. Mm-hmm. The 3 S's, the 3 J's, the 3 T's. So Ms. Brown, I'm gonna give you my points. I'm gonna give you the 3 P's. Mm-hmm. The 3 P's of a life insurance policy, and you just tell me what these 3 P's mean to you. Okay. The price, the payout, and the policy. Okay. Now again, don't tell me I'm good. You tell the people at Barbershop Talk Live World the 3 P's of a life insurance: the price, the policy, and the payout. So that also determines what kind of policy the person would get, right? Right. So tell the people at Barbershop Talk Live World your 3 P's: the price, the payout, and the policy.
You want me to piggyback on yours? Or what so the price of a policy really is not as much as a lot of people think. Okay. Less than $50 or $50, you can get a basic life policy or whatever. A good policy, I would say budget about $100 a month. Okay. Now, we eating crab legs with little kids these days for that. I mean, it's crazy to me, but that's what I'm saying. That's what and one thing I've learned 30 years of public service work is people learn to pay for what they want to pay for. They figure out a way to go and do what they want to do. And I just strongly encourage people. I pray you get the policy and never need it. Your family get the death benefit, and then you're establishing generational wealth for the next generation. If nothing else, they're not going to be left in debt. They're not going to be struggling trying to bury you and get a headstone. And you've been a blessing. And each one of us should want to reach the next generation so that they go further than we do. The payout, if you had an emergency like myself and you needed it, the peace of mind of knowing that it's available, you've made arrangements. My biggest thing was my daughter was 21. I didn't want to be a burden to her. She was working on her education. She was getting her MBA. And I didn't want it to get to a point where she had to sacrifice her current goals to stop and take care of me. Now, was she there? Did she come back home? Absolutely. But I don't think any parent really want to feel like they're a burden on their children. Even when they're in their 70s and 80s, you know, they don't want to stop that lifestyle and be a burden. So you have set up resources and established things so where that if the time come and when the time come, and we looking at current politics and the economy, we're going back to the days where we take care of our own. The people get old, they're not gonna have Social Security maybe. You know, they may not have Medicaid maybe. You know, they may not have Pell Grants when my grandbaby go to college maybe. So we're gonna have to go back to the old school way of storing up for the next generation and taking care of one another. So that definitely is the payout. Like I said, I pray you don't need it while you're living, but having it available while you're living will definitely give you that peace of mind. And therapy.
Policy, the right policy.
The right policy. So we are fiduciary. I'm trying to say fiduciary. I'm trying to say it right. Agents, and that our goal is not to get the biggest commission, but the best policy for the customers. And so we're really held accountable that we have to be very careful what we say, what we promise, and what we say the policy is going to do. So making sure that it fit the needs, the budget of the customer, the family. You know, what do you want to get from the policy? How do you want to utilize it? What riders may complement what it is that you may need in the future. If you have a family, some people have families, some people don't have families. They may need more things than others. And like I said, just that budget, what you need, what you may need. So is it a convertible? Is it something that you want to leave your options open later on? Do you want to expand the policy? Start with something small, but leave yourself options to get something later on. So definitely we take the time out, and then we give you a book about your options to compare different carriers. I'm right now assigned to, so I'm the agent for different carriers. I'm not the actual, I don't work for an actual insurance company. So I'm going to give you information about several different carriers, and then we'll discuss what works best for you based on your budget, based on your age, based on your health, based on your lifestyle. You know, certain persons can't get covered, and I learned active military, people who bungee jump and flying planes, you know, those persons can't get coverage, or harder to cover. I've been diagnosed with cancer, heart attack, stroke, PTSD is another one that's touchy. Doesn't rule you out, but how are you monitoring it? Are you still functioning day to day? Are you taking care of yourself? You know, how are you managing? So it's difficult. So, and people can get policies up to 85. I hope she don't get mad at me saying, but my mama got a policy. I was like, go ahead on, mama.
Well,
I was jealous. I can't even get one, and she got one. So,
well, you know that you made me think about when you were saying that about the. And we're gonna go back. Can I go back just for a minute? I'm gonna go back to the ROP.
Sorry, we run out of time.
No, we're good. We're gonna go back to the ROP.
Okay.
Come on, actually, the question was, is the ROP in the life insurance? I don't know if any of the listeners got a chance to answer that question. So the ROP is the return of the premium.
Oh, yeah, I know what that is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so, you know, it just...
that test was hard.
So Barbershop Talk Live World, again, this is for you. We good, I'm good, but the people want to know, the return of the premium.
Your return of the premium, a couple things can happen.
Right.
Okay, the first 10 days you get a policy, you don't want it, you know, you got 10-day grace in the state of Georgia to say, this not for me. They'll return it back. So depending on when you pay that premium, depends on when your policy gets started. If you go into the policy and you can't afford it or whatever, you can surrender the policy and get back what you put in, depending on the policy and how it's set up. Or if you get behind and beyond your waiver period, like if you can't afford to keep the premiums up, again, it depends on the type of policy that you have, how you have it set up, how you surrender back. If you die prior to the cash value being built up in your policy, your beneficiary will get back what you put into the premium. Yeah, so
ROP.
Yeah, so there's a way to get you.
Return of the pot. Barbershop Talk Live, again, I urge you to keep watching what we're talking about. This is information that you will need for yourself, for your family, and also for your generation.
Absolutely. Everybody needs some kind of coverage. Again, I want to say the state of Georgia, you could be as young as 15 and be the owner of a policy, and you could be as old as 85 or 6 months before your 85th birthday, and they're real particular about that. Question, if you are diagnosed with cancer, is it possible to get a policy? Not only cancer, if you're diagnosed with anything, it's a 5-year waiting period.
Okay.
And then I asked the question specific. After that is the five year after. So after surgery, they say we got it all out.
Okay.
Or is it when you get your port out? Or is
Okay.
it when you finish your treatment? My
Right.
understanding at this point is after the doctor deems that you are cancer free, that they got it out. That's when the time starts.
That's when the time
So
starts.
the treatment after that is your maintenance, your upkeep to make sure it doesn't come back. In that 5-year period, are we going to be penalized or get grace and get a high predatory premium,
Right.
or do we get the same premium as a healthy person who's never been diagnosed? We get a regular premium as if we've never been diagnosed.
Okay.
So it is a forgiveness or a grace
Right.
that they don't deem you for life to be unhealthy. If you get past the 5-year mark, you definitely can get a policy.
Okay. Now here's a question I've been itching.
Not, I won't say definite. I gotta be careful with my never
Yeah,
always
what-
indefinite.
yeah.
There's definitely opportunities depending on companies to get you a policy. If you're a marijuana smoker, it's the companies that'll cover you.
Right.
It depends on whether or not you use tobacco. A lot of times people think, oh, I smoke, I can't get one. So it just depends on
Didn't know what's going
the
on.
situation, the person,
Okay.
the carriers, and your situation. But just don't be afraid to try and don't rule yourself out. Don't think it's too much because a lot of times it's not as expensive as a lot of people think. Don't rule it out. Ask questions. That's what
Ask
I
the
would
question. Barbershop Talk Live World, again, I urge you to ask the question. You need to be insured. You need to have the benefits, not only for yourself, for your kids, but your kids' kids. As the Bible say, lay up for your next generation.
That's right.
That's what you should do. So Brian, I got to ask this question. I've been itching at me for a while to ask this question. As you know, the way the world has been changing so much, so many things that happening. I mean, from the hurricanes, from the ice storms, so many things have been happening unexpected. Mm-hmm. So that's being said, I'm gonna go to question 2 that I just skipped up. Question 2. Question 2 just says, what if a person killed themselves? Would that policy pay out?
It's a 2-year grace, a 2-year time frame.
Okay.
So through some survey and some data somewhere, they decided if a person kills themselves within the 2-year mark, they probably were planning it, and that was the reason why they got the policy, and that was actually on the test.
Oh.
But after the 2-year mark, if they kill themselves, I'm pretty sure after the 2-year mark, you can still, the beneficiaries will still get it. But if they do it within that first 2 years, you don't get it because the assumption is they premeditated it and got the policy for the purpose of paying out their family.
So they knew they was gonna, kill themselves.
That's the data in the survey. The way it reads in the training, that's the window, the 2-year window.
Okay.
So there was a time they killed themselves. There was absolutely no.
Nothing.
You don't get it. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Now, if it's beyond that 2-year mark, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it's the 2-year mark.
Okay.
They don't get it.
So how can they get in contact with you to get more information about the policies, about the payout, and about the price? Because we all need some type of coverage.
Yeah.
So for the people that just watched and just tuned in to Barbershop Talk Live and they see you talking to them, they see you sitting here, they want to know, how can they get you? How can they get in contact
Yeah, I'm
with
going to do this for the first time ever and give my real number live. Okay.
That's what we're here for.
I'll do that. But I want to say, too, that you can have multiple policies.
Okay.
So if you already have a policy with a different carrier, you can keep that policy. You don't have to surrender a policy. There are ways you can replace policies, and we have to just be careful with that I'm not trying to persuade anyone to replace a policy for my benefit.
Okay.
But maybe if the customer can get a better policy than what they currently have.
Okay.
My big thing is everybody dig in your drawers, under your mattress, pull out what you have, and make sure you have what you need. Because a lot of times we think we have something,
Right.
and we don't have what we really need. Because I have some stuff.
Right.
It just wasn't what I
What you
needed
needed.
when I needed it.
Right.
So,
They get in contact with you?
to call,
To call you?
I'm nervous. I'm trying not to give out my number. You can call me, man. I think I'm like T.I. soon. I'm going to get my real number out, okay? I know you got this little song on Instagram.
Okay.
So my number is area code 706-305-7492. You can call me. You can do a free consultation. You can go to the website, book. We have a Calendly link where you can book to do a consultation.
Okay.
We'll talk about your individual. The application process does take a minute.
Okay.
We do a client illustration.
Okay.
We do the application, and it's going to take about 30 minutes, and then we'll shop around and look and see. And I'm very humble to tell people, give me a day or two. I'm still in learning mode. I probably will always be in learning mode because I take it burdensome that this is people's lives, and I want to make sure people are getting what they're getting, and we're really helping people and not just exploiting them. You know, I'm Gen X. We don't have a lot of predatory things happen to us, from the housing market to the car market, you know.
to everything.
And I'm not trying to exploit anybody, but this is not what I think. This is what I know through personal experience, that this is a real thing.
So
and we need to have that coverage and that peace of mind and insurance.
Are we still going through the exam process when we get the life insurance policies? For us the the certain weight, the certain...
Depends on the policy, and that is a thing. Whether you smoke, your weight, your gender, like that is still a thing. We can't discriminate based on certain things, like whether or not you're married or not. I think there was a time that was a thing. Okay. But they do take into consideration, and then the underwriter goes through all these little margins about. That's how they come up with your premium. So they may not rule you out, but the premium is determined by these it factors, like do you bungee jump, do you smoke, those type of things.
Pre-existing conditions.
Pre-existing conditions, if there be any. And then if there be any, as the field writer, I'm just responsible for making sure I give an explanation. So when you do this background, you might find that this person was once diagnosed with this, but they've been in remission for 10 years, and they've been healthy and keeping their appointments and getting favor, in their results. So don't rule you out.
What makes your job enjoyable to you?
I love helping people. The company. So I work. I forgot. Let me make sure I do this right. I'm with the health. I forgot about you. I give people their credit. So the agency is PHP, which is People Helping People. Okay. And I signed up through the Wealth Academy, which is based in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. The young lady that signed me up, she's in Dallas, Texas, and her dad is in Sacramento, with my best friend in Sacramento. And so by way of Sacramento, Texas, Atlanta, that's how I got involved. Okay. And because of the heart of it was about people helping people, primarily people, black and brown people. Right. As a social worker, it just complimented while I was sick thinking, why am I going through this? And what's going to be the purpose of when I get through this? What are you going to have me to do next? And so now I'm helping people, and I love it because, like I said, I shouldn't say embarrassing, but I ended up getting indigent care for like 3 weeks. That's what homeless people get. And I'm glad it was there, but they paid for like my second set of chemo, and I'm glad it was there. But when people talking about voting and ruling out all these things, like, you never know what your situation is. I've been working since I was 15. I pay taxes. Right. My ex-husband and I pay taxes every year that I've been here, and I owe taxes. So I can't get help. You
put in, you ought to be able to get out.
Right. I got nothing. I got no Medicaid, no food stamps, no nothing. So I'm just like, and I thank God I was frugal, and I had savings, and we had that, community health care contract that I had money. But what about people who didn't have that? I didn't do anything to get cancer. I didn't self-harm myself. And even if people do they deserve to not get help? Right. You know what I mean? Right. So I just think people need to be really considerate when they start placing judgment and making these decisions that people don't deserve help.
Barbershop Talk Live again. I urge you to get with somebody, get with this lady, as preferably get the information you need to know about your health, your life insurance coverage. Make sure you get the right policy for yourself, the right policy for your generation, right? The policy for your kids. Again, you can give us a call at 706-305?
305-7492.
Okay, you want to get in contact with Ms. Liz Brown. She'll make sure you get all your questions answered. Make sure you get the right policy, the right payout, and the right price. Barbershop Talk Live is always here to make sure you understand what's going on. Because, again, I'm good. The people want to know. Yeah. It's the people want to know. The people want to know what's really going on with the life insurance. Because, as you see it around the country so many times, so many people pass. And we got to do a GoFundMe page.
That's what we stopped. I told my mom, this stops.
Yeah, we got to do a car wash.
GoFundMe, and we ain't leaving no money on the table.
We got to car washes, bake sales, all that, just to keep the people in the ground.
And we're in fighting because somebody who was responsible and had a policy, now they got to pay out, and everybody else want to show up dressed alike and taking pictures and eating at the food.
Don't car wash for me. don't bake sale for me. Get your policy, make sure you are covered, everybody's covered, and have a good, decent life in the process. Yeah. Barbershop Talk Live again. We are here for you. Ms. Brown is here for you. But listen, I got to get out here. I enjoyed the conversation thus far, and I hope the people got a chance to get some good information.
We got to give a shout out.
Okay,
so the after party to the 70s party, April the 19th. So make sure you get your tickets for the 70s party, April the 19th. And then we're going to have the after party, September the 21st. All right. Back at Julian Smith, celebrating my 2-year anniversary and my 50th birthday blowout.
Let's run it.
We ready. We gonna
get your tickets. Barbershop Talk Live. Urge you to get your tickets. Again, April 19th, Augusta's coming. This party's going to be crazy. The fire truck company is already on notice because it's going to be fire over there. So, Ms. Brown, we got to get out here. But listen, before we get out here, I got to challenge you.
Oh, Lord.
I got to challenge you. Barbershop.
I gave y'all my phone number.
Barbershop Talk Live is world is always giving out the challenge flag. We about to run out of time, but I got to give you a challenge flag. This is your challenge flag. Hold the challenge flag. Okay. This challenge flag comes with a series of challenges, and you have to do each and everything that you can to meet those challenges and exceed those challenges. Are you ready for the challenge?
Yes, I pray.
All right. Your first serious challenge comes to you to say that you have to make sure when the people call you, when the people email you, when the people get in contact with you on Facebook, Instagram, however they get in contact, you make sure you give them the right price, the right policy, and you make sure they get the right payout.
Absolutely.
You have to make sure that you have to put yourself in those person's shoes to make sure you show them the care that you want to get showed to yourself. So your simple challenge is very simple. Just treat people like you want to be treated. That's all. That's a simple. Is that simple enough?
I accept that.
You accept that? Barbershop Talk Live. We don't try to hurt them, but just give a simple challenge.
Absolutely.
And you can meet it.
Yeah.
Barbershop Talk Live World. She's been challenged, and I believe she's gonna meet the challenge. So now I have to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you by giving you a series of questions. I'm giving you 3 simple questions. 3 simple questions. Listen, these questions come along with a ticket to the 70s party, April 19th, Augusta Common, Troy Jackson, Tony Howard, and Lakeside. The original Lakeside will be on headline. And also this series of questions come with a $25 gift card from Red Lobster right here in Augusta, Georgia. So please, ma'am, please, sir, I hope you paid attention to this conversation. Listen, the first question is always a simple question. The first question is very simple. The first question is, what is her hometown? If you don't get this question right, shame on you. Where is she originally from? Barbershop Talk Live. So the first question is always a simple question. Give me your hometown. That's the first question. Don't forget, $25 gift card and a ticket to the old school 70s party, April the 19th, Augusta Common. That's the first question. Where is she from? The second question is, what is her daughter's name? That's so simple.
You gotta spell it right.
You better get this second question right. I'm telling you, Barbershop Talk Live is here for the people. But listen, there's 2 questions. First question, where is she originally from? The second question is, what is her daughter's name? And the third question has got to be so crap. I don't believe I'm gonna give these people this third question.
San Francisco.
I don't believe I'm gonna give y'all the third simplest question that you can. I got to do it. Can I do it? Barbershop Talk Live World. The third question is, how long has she been an agent? She said it. She said it. How long she been a insurance agent? Listen, if you don't want to, matter of fact, I'm gonna throw in one. Can I go in one more question?
Yeah.
One more question for one more ticket. One more question, get you 2 tickets. What is the name of her book?
Yeah.
What is the name of the book that you get 4 questions right? You get 2 tickets and a $25 gift card. Barbershop Talk Live again. First question is, where is she originally from? The second question is, what is her daughter's name? The third question is, how long she's been doing insurance? And the fourth question is, what is the name of the book?
Name of the book. Yeah.
What's the name of the book? Barbershop Talk Live is always live, looking each and every Wednesday. Tune in at 6 o'clock on Barbershop Talk Live Facebook page and on Barbershop Talk Live YouTube page. Listen, tune in next week. My special guest right here in the hot seat, none other than Bobby Bands. Y'all know Bobby Bands. Everybody know Bobby Bands, the CEO, certified CEO. Also, his partner gonna be right here in the hot seat along with him. Trav gonna be in the hot seat. Barbershop Talk Live. And listen, next week, get your questions, jot them down, get your questions, jot them down, get your questions, jot them down. The CEO himself, Bobby Band's gonna be right here in the hot seat. Barbershop Talk Live is gonna be on fire next week, so we're looking forward to seeing you. You wanna be a guest on Barbershop Talk Live, just inbox me. You wanna be a sponsor of Barbershop Talk Live, just inbox me. We will promote your product, your event, and also what you got going on. Again, watch Barbershop Talk Live. We got a sponsorship package for you, Ms. Brown. Looking forward to hearing from you. Listen, you ready to get out of here?
I am.
You are. Listen,
Good.
this is what we say at Barbershop Talk Live. You didn't have a good time, we did. We did.
I did. I really did.
If you didn't have a good time, we did. Barbershop Talk is always live. Listen, before I get out of here, if you're looking for a DJ to take care of your party, your wedding, a funeral, call my good friend DJ J Will, 803-215-3838. 803-215-3838. He is known for doing repasses.
No.
He's great at repass. Also, you need a media man, you need an audio man, my good friend Rob Prince, and also my good friend TC Play. We call him. Call us at 706-426-1533. Barbershop Talk Live is always live. Looking forward to seeing you. You ready to get out of here, Ms. Brown?
I am.
Come on, you got to get up to the camera. Got to get up. See, look at the camera. You ready? Follow me now. See you later.
And now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place. And we're talking,
Barbershop Talk.
yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
At James Place.
Barbershop Talk.
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 At Jay's Place. Barbershop Talk.
Everything's on the table.